There are different types of ankle fractures, and treatments vary significantly based on the location and severity of the injury. When a broken ankle occurs, the injury may be to the end of the medial malleolus, called tibia, or to the lateral malleolus, called or both. There are many types of ankle fractures, and let me explain you about certain common types ankle fractures. Lateral malleolus fractures is the ankle fracture that involves only fibula. Most of the lateral malleolus fractures can be treated without surgery if the ankle joint remains stable. A surgery is recommended in case of an unstable joint or the ligaments are damaged. However, the hint for surgical recommendation is when the fibular fracture is within 4 centimeters of the end of the bone. In such case, the fracture can be treated non-surgically if there is no injury on the inner part of the ankle. Medial malleolus fractures involves only tibia. This fracture occurs to the bone on the end of the tibia, which is called the medial malleolus. An isolated medial malleolus fracture is very rare compared with an isolated lateral malleolus fracture. Generally, a displaced medial malleolus fracture is treated with surgery. Bimalleolar ankle fractures involves both fibula and tibia that occur when there is an injury to both the inner and the outer side of the ankle, always resulting in an unstable ankle joint, and surgery is to be recommended for most of the patients with this kind of fracture. Even if the fracture heals without a perfect positioning, the ankle joint alignment will remain disturbed and could result in accelerated arthritis of the ankle. Even after a surgery, ankle cartilage can be damaged at the time of the fracture, resulting in arthritis. Therefore, a proper diagnosis and repair of these fractures is essential to avoid the chance of long-term problems. Although a bimalleolar equivalent fracture involves only fibula, there is also a tear of the ligaments on the inner side of the ankle, resulting in instability of the ankle joint. Therefore, a surgery is essential. Trimalleolar fracture involves both fibula and tibia like a bimalleolar ankle fracture. However, the bone in the back of the tibia called the posterior malleolus is also fractured. At times, if a large fragment of bone is fractured, a surgery is inevitable. Posterior malleolus fracture involves only tibia. This is a rare injury in isolation. Fractures of the posterior malleolus generally occur in association with bimalleolar ankle fractures. In such case, the injury is called a trimalleolar ankle fracture. Mesonerve fracture involves both fibula and tibia, which is a less common injury. However, this injury needs to be diagnosed thoroughly, as there are chances of missing this injury. In this type of fracture, the bone is injured on the inner side of the ankle, called the medial malleolus. The force of this injury passes through the large ligament that connects the two bones of the leg, called the syndesmosis. Since the damage is caused to this supporting ligament, the ankle becomes unstable